Oh, this is Mr. Hornby 3. This is the Mr. Hornby 3 show, and today I'm going to be doing a Toy Talk video talking about the people making the G.I. Joe figures in Hasboro. We'll talk about how they're pissing their fans off. If you consider another Hasboro product right behind my G.I. Joe classified figures. But let me talk about how the fans are getting agitated with the G.I. Joe classified. There's a few other things, collectibles that my wife collected in the back. And the WrestleMania book that my father-in-law got me, even though I didn't want the book, but you know. But, talk about how they're making their fans of the G.I. Joe series really mad and, you know, really lack of communication and all that stuff they're having with the fans is really agitating. So I'm gonna get into that right now. So first off, let's talk about the G.I. Joe figures themselves. Now, toward the end of last year, they said they're canceling the 3 3/4 G.I. Joe figures, which honestly, I think it's a big mistake by them because, you know, that's the core of their freaking figure collectors. A lot of those people, even though I wasn't a big fan of the 3/4 figures, that's been their base core of action figures since they've made G.I. Joe figures. Now, originally, they had the giant ones that looked like dolls years ago, but, you know, like the 70s and that. But the base core has always been the 3-inch G.I. Joe figures, and canceling them, and then apparently what we thought was going to be the replacement of the 3/4 figures, which is the retro card backs in 6-inch form. Apparently that's not the case because they're only making 8 of those figures. I'm like, well, that's stupid. Why in the world are you only making 8? Unless you're going to go back to your 3/4 ones, your 3-inch figures, then why are you freaking not got any plan? Now, maybe they just think the classified is going to be their new base core, which that might be the case because the classified is a very popular line. I mean, some of the figures are hard to find, some of them are easier to find, you know. But, you know, their base core was the 3-inch figures, so I don't know why they canceled them. They're doing these O-ring figures. I don't know what the heck that means, but, you know, O-ring, they're like in a 3-inch format, but you know, you also got the Super 7 3-inch ones, but $18 for a 3-inch G.I. Joe figure. What do they call it? Super 7's reaction figures. $18 for those. Anyway, so lately, the G.I. Joe team from Hasbro has really been putting their foot in their mouth. First of all, at one of the recent freaking Hasbro post things, they talked about how, oh, don't bother asking us about release date because we're not going to answer, we're not going to tell you about it. Also, all these leaks that are coming out that, you know, Hasbro don't reveal or say, oh yeah, we do have that plant, we're just working on it. They don't freaking interact with their fan base at all. I mean, how are you gonna say we appreciate your feedback and we appreciate your money for buying the G.I. Joe 3-inch figures for so long, for buying the freaking classified series right now, and all this other stuff, but yet you won't interact with these fans that are buying money on these. And that's part of the reason why I only have 4 of the G.I. Joe classified figures right now, because it's either because of Hasbro, all the stupid mistakes they're making, or it's because, you know, there's other things I'm looking to collect before I grab the G.I. Joe. Another thing too, I think if I seen more of the G.I. Joe figures that are, you know, more cartoon accurate, like Cobra Commander, even though he was a lighter blue, he's kind of accurate to the way he looked in the cartoon. Same with Duke. I mean, he's kind of accurate, but only difference is he didn't have gloves, and as you know, that's why I got Duke and Cobra Commander. They were the closest thing to accurate to the cartoon that they had. I didn't play the freaking game. Even Flick kind of looks a little bit like him. And, you know, Zartan. Zartan definitely looks like from the cartoon, but then again, his design's been the same anyway, so yeah. And I like the Zartan figure. So, yeah, I mean, I think if there were more... Because, look, I was a big fan of the 80s cartoon, the G.I. Joe Real American Hero cartoon, so I read the comics. I maybe read a few comics, like, a few years ago, but I was more interested in the cartoons, which apparently we're getting a new cartoon this year. But I didn't read the comics. I watched the movies. I didn't like the movies. The movies I thought were stupid, including frickin' Rise of Cobra. I mean, not Rise of Cobra. What was that one with frickin' The Rock in it? Yeah, I didn't like that one. But I think if they had the G.I. Joe classified figures more accurate to the cartoon, and look, I never played that new G.I. Joe game. I thought about playing it, but I'm like, I don't know, because, but if they were more looking like the cartoon counterparts, I probably would have bought every single one. Now, I know Destro does, Lady J does, Snake Eyes, he looks like that, like he does in the cartoon, but that's because his design looks the same, period, brothers, in a comic or a cartoon or whatnot, or a video game. So yeah, but the fact that Hasbro does not, give feedback to their fans or talk to them or explain to them what's going on or say, hey, look, they're coming, it's just because of these COVID delays or whatever. Every other freaking toy company interacts with their fan base on social media. I mean, even other Hasbro teams like the Marvel Hasbro team and the freaking Power Ranger have. I mean, heck, I got more of the freaking Marvel Hasbro figures than I do G.I. Joe. I got the Spider-Man, the Ben Reilly Spider-Man and that up there. And the Kingpin. I'll put those down. Ben Reilly Spider-Man on a retro card back. And I got the Kingpin up here, which, was $40 at Comic Today, but hey, it's worth it. Look how awesome that figure looks. I also got the Mr. Sinister Hasbro figure. I also got the Mr. Sinister Hasbro figure over there. Because I'm a big fan of Sinister, and I like how that Hasbro Mr. Sinister looks. I liked the Toy Biz one originally, but this freaking Hasbro one looks way better than Toy Biz one. And I've been trying to find Magneto. And there's a 3-pack with him and Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch at Comic Book World. And I think it's a fairly decent price than what any other place is charging for it right now. But, yeah, I mean, especially with the release dates, because they say, oh, this stuff's coming out later next year or coming out later this year. And they're like announcing stuff that's supposed to come out a year or two after they've announced it. Like, Snake Eyes and that was announced in September. It's not supposed to come out till toward the end of this year. Or not Snake Eyes. Storm Shadow was announced, I think it was August or September, and now it's supposed to come out later this year. Which I still haven't found it in the stores yet. The card backs they announced ain't supposed to come out till later this year. I'm like, well, wait a minute. If you're announcing this stuff, don't that mean it's going to come out early in the year or the middle of the year? Not toward the end? But, like I said, they want to take your money, but yet when you want to give them feedback, they won't answer you about anything or nothing like that. Now, yes, they have made strides to get characters that people have been asking for, like that Sergeant Slaughter. I can't wait for that. And I hope that thing does not sell at a Big Bad Toy Store, because right now it's a Pulse exclusive and it's a freaking online retailer exclusive, and hopefully I can get it at Big Bad Toy Store, because I've been saying ever since I got the 4 G.I. Joe classified figures I got right here, I've been saying we need Sergeant Slaughter and we need Serpentor. Also, the fact that the Dr. Mindbender is so expensive and it's only got a few accessories, and it's going to start that new packaging that freaking that new packaging that freaking Hasboro is gonna start doing with the G.I. Joe figures, which is really gonna be dumb. They're like, oh, we gotta be more environmental friendly, and they're jacking the price up for a figure that you don't even know if it's gonna be in the freaking package when you freaking buy it at the stores. Because freaking figure swappers go into those stores. Freaking other people go in those stores and they'll like either steal the stuff or they'll figure swap it or they'll scalp it or whatever. And it's like, dude, and you want to jack up the prices on this stuff and you're losing the quality of the box? Because look, the boxes for the classified figures right now look pretty good. And I like looking at the back, seeing all the G.I. Joe stuff in it. You know, but that's not going to be there no more. Well, it might be, but you're not going to be able to see if the figure's actually in. Like, say we get a Cobra Commander with the hood, which apparently we're, I guess, not getting that due to stupid reasons, but anyway. But say if they finally make a Cobra Commander with the hood and people want to buy it, you know what's going to happen? You're probably going to buy that figure, especially if it comes in at retail. You're probably going to buy that figure, and when you buy it, you take it home, you take it out of the pack. Now, so far I haven't taken these. Like I said, I probably take these out of the pack when I get more of them. Unless they start getting too high, because, you know, the highest I will go for figures in this standard format will probably be like freaking maybe 25. That's the highest I'm going. I ain't going no higher. I ain't going up to freaking close to 30 or freaking $50 for a 6-inch figure. And, you know, I don't know why Hasbro is raising the prices when you're freaking taking the quality of the box away of the figures anyway. But everything that's really ticking fans off, like I said, yes, the delays. Everything that's taking them off is because, you know, there were re-releases of other figures that were easier to find, such as freaking Gung Ho and Roadblock. And look, I know a lot of people love Roadblock and Gung Ho, but their figures were always. I see freaking Gung Ho just shelf forming at Target, and I see freaking Roadblock shelf forming at game stores. So you keep re-releasing those ones, but you won't re-release the ones that are harder to find. Like, I don't know. Let's see. The light blue version of Cobra Commander. Let's see. What else? The freaking Major Blood. Who else? The Barbecue. All them other figures that are so hard to find. Most of the Viper Iron stuff. The Bat. You know, but you want to release another Gung Ho or another frickin' Roadblock. I mean, even Duke. I think Duke and frickin' Flint are hard to find most of the time, too. And, you know, when I got Flint, I was lucky to find it because, you know, I had seen it a couple days prior to Target. I'm like, man, I gotta get Flint eventually. And I got my NECA Ambassador card, so I frickin' got Flint. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start, and you know, I want to start trying to get the G.I. Joe classified figures, and I want to get those retro card backs. But if they're gonna jack the price up and they're gonna change the packaging, what's the point in buying it if you know the figure's not gonna be in there? Like, you know, maybe they re-release another light blue Cobra Commander. Ugh. Sorry about that. Knocked the frickin' thing loose. Crap. No, it won't stick. Alright, there we go. Anyway, let's say they release another light blue Cobra Commander. Can't get the dart hand in there. Let's say they release another light blue Cobra Commander and you want to buy that one because that's more like the cartoon than that one because that's a darker blue. But let's say they do that. And you can't find it because either somebody's stolen it out of the package or a scalper's taken it and repack it. Or, you know, figure repackagers, you know, take it and repackage. No, I don't want this too far. Because I want Zartan to be in here too. Zartan's one of my favorite villains from G.I. Joe. Well, let's say, then they make another new Zartan and somebody wants it. If they didn't get that one, or the frickin' Master Disguise one, or the other one that's coming out. Say you make another one, people wants that really bad, and then they frickin' try to buy it. They buy it, they take it home, it's swapped with another figure. And really, like I said, it's kind of irritating because, this is what it is with frickin' Hasboro G.I. Joe team. And Hasboro owns the G.I. Joe name. They've owned it for a long time, and they charge high prices on the freaking classified figures. Now, yes, classified figures are awesome. And like I said, I would like to see more of them look more like the cartoon, but, we're getting quite a few of those. I think, Snake Eyes looks like Snake Eyes from the cartoon. What's his freaking name? Dude that has the Falcon. I forgot his name right now, but, And Sergeant Slaughter looks like Sergeant Slaughter from the cartoon. Mindbender looks like Mindbender from the cartoon. And I still can't believe they're charging that much for it, though. It's like, what? Seriously? It's only got a few accessories, and unless they have a diorama piece that goes with it, then I guess that could justify the price. But honestly, I mean, yeah, the nice fancy boxing's gonna they'll be like, oh, that's why it was what it was, because of the fancy boxing. It seems like the frickin' G.I. Joe the Hasbro G.I. Joe team is pretty much trying to help scalpers try to help figure swappers figure swap. Let's see. And all the other stuff. Anyway. So, anyway, I don't know. I mean, you could at least be more interactive with your fan base that are buying these figures, that love the G.I. Joe Real American Hero cartoon, that watch stuff like G.I. Joe Extreme, or G.I. Joe Sigma 6, or G.I. Joe Renegades, or whatever freaking cartoon of G.I. Joe they've made over the years. I mean, I think the last one that came out was G.I. Joe Sigma 6. I think might have been Renegade, I don't know. But anyway, those shows failed. But, yeah, I mean, seriously, at least interact with your fan base. At least let us know if we're expecting something and it not come. You say, well, it's because of this or that, and that. I mean, seriously. Or at least when somebody leaks these waves coming out with these certain figures, you could at least either debunk them or tell them, yeah, we were planning that. And, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the G.I. Joe team and Hasbro, but they seriously need to freaking be more respectful toward their fan base, because, their fan base is the one that's buying this stuff. And, you're going to turn your fans away. And I've seen, it looks like a lot of the fans of the G.I. Joe franchise has turned away from you guys because of all your nonsense you're putting on right now. So, if you want to continue to have a G.I. Joe fan base, you better start, being better freaking, I don't know, need to start giving them better info or something like that. Or, do something that's going to keep your fan base happy. Because eventually you're going to lose fans. And rising the prices and freaking changing the boxes, I get it. It's all about the environment and that. But, you're giving people a chance to either steal that figure. Somebody pays like whatever you're going to charge for it, and the figure's not even in the box, or somebody could take it, swap it with a freaking Marvel Legend figure, and you'll be like, oh, wow, great. I go to buy a G.I. Joe figure, and I get a Marvel Legend figure. Or, I don't know. I mean, you can at least say, look, if this wave, you could either say, well, we're working on it, or something like that, or, this wave got delayed because of, the pandemic or whatever, but you guys don't even do that. You don't even do that. you go, oh, well, fans don't trust our freaking release dates anyway, so let's not say anything to them. Even if they ask us, we're not going to answer. That's kind of a cocky, snooty way to kind of handle your freaking fan base. I mean, honestly. Well, you could ask, but we're not going to bother answering. Seriously? When I saw that, I'm like, man, should I even buy any G.I. Joe Classified figures with these people making them? These people seem like they don't care about their fan base. And that's what it seems like. They don't care about their fan base. All they care about, it seems like, is the moolah. And probably the reason why they're making these figures is because they know they're making bank off of them, like that money. So, yeah, I mean, seriously, I mean, yes, have they given us figures we wanted? Yes. But, yeah, Spirit, that's his name, Spirit. Like, they got that Spirit, he kind of looks like he's from the cartoon. So, yeah, Spirit with his falcon. And some of the newer ones are coming out with, like the new Destro on the retro card back, and Baroness look like for their cartoon counterparts. Lady J looks more like the cartoon version, even though I think her figure still kind of, you could tell is her from the cartoon as well. But, you know, if you're going to sit there and be snooty and cocky and act like you don't care about your fan base is going to go buy other product, even other product in your company. Such as the Lightning Collection Power Rangers, such as the Marvel Legend figures, such as the freaking, you know, all the other stuff. So Hasboro, G.I. Joe team, you need to get your stuff together, and you need to treat your fan base better, because you disrespecting your fan base like that is going to make your fan base turn away, and then people's not going to buy these awesome G.I. Joe Classified figures. Because I love the G.I. Joe Classified figures, and I've only bought 4 so far. But then again, you know, if I have more money, I could get them. And like I said, there's been other things I've been wanting to collect that I've been looking for, which is hard to find. But honestly, you need to treat your fan base better, because if you don't, then they're going to leave your product. And I don't think G.I. Joe deserves to get disrespected just because the people making the figures are being total douchebags about things. So if you're going to be total douchebags about things, people aren't going to buy your stuff. If you treat your fans with respect and treat them good, they'll buy your product. But don't disrespect your fan base. That's something that you see with wrestling companies. That's something you see with other companies that just don't give a crap about their fan base, and all they care about is the moolah. The moolah. So yeah, don't be those people. Hasbro G.I. Joe team. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Hasbro G.I. Joe team. Like I said, the Classified figures, it's a great line. I love it. And I don't want to see it die because the people making them are being total douchebags. So, you know, the G.I. Joe team for Hasbro needs to quit being douches and freaking respect your fan base. Because if you don't respect your fan base, your fans aren't going to buy your product. That's all I'm saying. And I spent almost a half hour talking about this. That's how passionate I am about the G.I. Joe brand. And like I said, I love the Classified figures. They are an awesome figures. I mean, I'm sad that I ain't been able to buy more, but other things, other collecting stuff, all this other stuff. Plus, most of the time, don't have the financials to buy everything I want to get. So I have to choose certain things, certain times, and like I said, at least, I do plan to buy more, but if Hasbro's going to continue being douchebags, well, the Hasbro G.I. Joe team is going to continue to be douchebags. I don't know if I will. I'm like, do I really want to get these people my money if they're going to be douchey about things? I don't know. But I do love the G.I. Joe Classified line. I mean, I said it when they announced it a couple years ago. I said, look, finally we get 6-inch G.I. Joe figures. That's what I wanted as a kid when I was watching G.I. Joe Real American Hero. I wanted 6-inch ones. We finally get them, but the freaking people working on them are kind of douchebags. So, yeah, Hasbro, you need to quit being douchebags. Listen to your fans, respect your fans, and freaking give your fans some info so they're not left in the dark about things. Like upcoming figures. or if the release dates are accurate or not. So let's see your fans. Just don't make the stuff they want you to make. Actually listen to them about other things. Like, you know, fans, I'm pretty sure, like me, want them to make the classified figures more look more like the animated series one, which that looks like what they've been doing with the past few waves they've been making. So, yeah. But I'm still waiting to see that Serpentor. Whenever they get Serpentor, and if I get a hold of Sergeant Slaughter, that'll be happy, because them are two that I'm really going to be looking forward to. Right now, my next classified figure I was planning on buying was Destro, but you got the retro card back coming out one. And, you know, I see that at Comic the Games all the time, so I can eventually buy those there. But what I'm waiting now for is to see the frickin' Storm Shadow, then I'll probably go buy a Snake Eyes. Then I'll start buying more of the G.I. Joe classified figures. But for right now, if the Hasbro G.I. Joe team keeps acting the way they are, and leaving the fans in the dark, being douchebags toward them, and, you know, not totally listening to their fans, then, yeah, I might not even buy them, even though I love this G.I. Joe classified line. And when I get more G.I. Joe classified figures, I'm going to be taking these out of the box, because it'll be taking up the shelf space I got over there, because I got all my NECA Turtle stuff and some other NECA stuff I got. I was going to have my Sinister there. I've taken most of the Power Ranger stuff from Hasbro I got out of the package, because I've gotten so much of it. All I need is the freaking... And it's mainly been Mighty Morphin stuff. I mean... Imagine if I collected every single freaking Power Ranger freaking figures they've made from other shows and that. I don't know where I'd be able to put all the Power Rangers. I really just want to get the Mighty Morphin ones. I might eventually go for Zeo. And then maybe in space. Because I hate Turbo. But, yeah. So yesterday I was going to do a video talking about two wrestlers. I'll save that for another time. Right now, I'm probably just going to stick to the video 1 week. 1 day a week from here on until I figure out how this channel, what I got to do, what else I got to do to get this channel to grow. I'm trying to get more co-hosts on here with me. I got other plans, you know, I got plans to put other people behind the camera to freaking, or in front of the camera to do videos while I freaking do videos on certain things, and then other people do videos on other things that I don't talk about on this channel. So trying to do that, try to, you know, grow the channel any way I can. But yeah, but let me know your thoughts on Hasbro G.I. Joe team and how they're acting, if that's deterring you away from buying the classified line or any other G.I. Joe product. Also, please like this video, leave a comment. I already said leave a comment. Please like this video, subscribe for more. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Hornby83. Follow me on my Facebook fan page, Mr. Hornby83 Show. And my freaking business page, which is my Trigen Toys page, where I'm trying to get that up and going still. I've been trying to do it since early 2018. And I've had it planned since like around, I don't know, 2010, 2011, somewhere in that area. Yeah. And I finally went through with it in 2018, May of 2018. So this will be the 4th year I've been trying to get my business off the ground. We always go to the flea markets to sell stuff. We have some pretty good stuff at cheaper prices than some of the other booths have at the flea markets. We're trying to sell retro stuff, some current stuff, and, you know, mainly trying to get retro stuff, but, you know. Anyway, that'll do it. I'll catch you guys later, and peace out.